Welcome to Structural Analysis 2 video series, unit number 3, Flexibility Method. Lecture outline numerical problem on continuous beam, part 3. Now this is a continuation of a previous problem. So let us quickly revise the point which we were covered in a previous video. We gone through the degree of static indeterminacy. Also we discuss about the release structure with load, release structure with Q1 is equal to 1, release structure with Q2 is equal to 1. Then we saw the displacement analysis of release structure, and from that we developed the table, and in that we mentioned the moment capital M, moment M1, and moment due to the release structure with the Q2 is equal to 1, that is we call it as the M2. Also we were calculate the displacement in the release structure subjected to loads corresponding to the redundant action, and their values are dql1 is equal to minus 99540 by EI, and dql2 minus 22126.670 by EI. After this we develop the flexibility coefficient, and so that for that we use the equation that f11 integrating from 0 to L m1 into m1 divided by EI into dx, f12 is equal to f21 is equal to integration from 0 to L into m1 into m2 divided by EI into dx. So from this and putting the value, we will get the coefficient of a flexibility matrix, and also we were develop the coefficient f22, and then finally we have flexibility matrix f is equal to 1 upon EI matrix 36 72, first row, second row 72 177.334. Now let's move toward the next part. So this is a now new point, that is a flexibility equation or compatibility equation. So dq is equal to dql plus flexibility matrix into q. Now putting the value, dq means the displacement in the original structure in the direction of a redundant force, and there is no such displacement in original structure in the direction of redundant force. So their values are 0 0 is equal to 1 upon I, and values are minus 9940, and second value minus 22126.670, plus 1 upon EI, the flexibility matrix 36 72, second row 72 177.334 into the unknown redundant forces Q1, and second one is a Q2. Now let's simplify this matrix. After simplifying, 36 into Q1 plus 72 into Q2 is equal to 9940. This one is the first equation. Second equation, 72 into Q1 plus 177.334 Q2 is equal to 22126.670. This one is the second equation. By solving these two equations, we have Q1 is equal to VB is equal to 82.20 kilonewton, and Q2 is equal to VC is equal to 91.40 kilonewton. So these are the redundant forces. Now find out the other unknowns. Now we know the redundant forces at VB and VC, that means 82.20 kilonewton at B, and at C 91.40 kilonewton. Now find out the unknown at A. Let's consider there is a moment acting in anti-clockwise direction MAB, and there is vertical force acting in upward direction, let's say VA. Now consider first equilibrium equation. Summation Fy is equal to 0, upward force is positive, downward force is negative. These are the sign convention. So VA is upward, our assumption, we don't know initially. Let us assume that VA is acting upward. So plus VA minus UDL minus 20 into 6. Then next is minus 80, point load acting down. Then next one is plus 82.20 reaction at B. Next is reaction at C plus upward 91.40, and last one is a point load 40 kN acting down. So minus 40 is equal to 0. So by solving we have VA is equal to 66.4 kilonewton. Now find out the moment MAB. So for that, let's consider moment about C. Let's take clockwise moment minus and anti-clockwise moment as a positive sign. So moment about A, first one is let's take MAB rotating in anti-clockwise positive sign. Next is VA rotate in a in a clockwise sense about C. So minus 66.4 into lever arm 6 plus 2 plus 2, that means become 10. So minus 66.4 into 10. Next force is UDL acting at the center. So 20 into 6 is a point load into the distance up to the C. That distance is 3 plus 4 becomes 7. So moving in an anticlockwise direction, so it will rotate about C in an anticlockwise direction. So plus 20 into 6 into 7. Then next force is reaction at B. This reaction will rotate about C in a clockwise direction. So minus 82.20 into lever arm 2 plus 2, 4. Then next is point load rotate about C in a anticlockwise direction. So plus 80 into 2, 2 is lever arm, and last one is a point load 40, which is rotate about C in a clockwise direction. So minus 40 into 2 is lever arm is equal to 0. So by solving we have MAB is equal to 72.80 kilonewton meter. So by using the equilibrium equation, we having the other two unknown. Now let's move toward the shear force calculation. Now draw the free body diagram of each span. So this is the first span, and we know the reaction at VA at is 66.4 kilonewton, and we also know the MAB. MAB is equal to 72.80 kilonewton, and there is a UDL of 20 kilonewton per meter over the span of span 6 meter. Now at B, let's consider there is a moment which is acting in a clockwise direction. This is our assumption. Okay, so let's take moment about B. Let's take moment about B and find out MBA. Okay, so this reaction at B, we know that reaction, total reaction we know. This is not a total reaction. If you calculate reaction at B, that value will be a 53.6. If you calculate a reaction here, that value will be come out to 28.6, and if you add these two value, the total reaction will be 82.20 kilonewton. Okay, so don't confuse here. We are interested in MBA. So find out MBA. How to find out take moment about B? So let's take first one is this moment. It rotate in a anti-clockwise direction. So my it rotate MAB. Sorry, here is first we taken this MBA. Okay, we taken this first one. This value is 72.80. So plus anti-clockwise plus 72.80. The next one is MBA, which is rotate in a clockwise sense. Our assumption minus MBA. Therefore, then moment due to this 66.4 about this B point. So 66.4 into span into 6, rotate in a in a clockwise direction. So for clockwise it is minus 66.4 into 6. Then last one is due to this UDL, the moment about C. So point convert into point load, it will be act at the center. That point load is 20 into 6 and the lever arm is 3 half of 6 and it will rotate about C in a anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, positive is equal to 0. So by solving we have MBA 34.40 kilonewton meter. Now find out moment at the C. Let's assume that moment at the C is in a anti-clockwise direction, MCD, call it as a MCD, and the reaction at C will be a 4T. Again I repeat, this reaction will be a 4T. Here whatever the reaction is shown 91.40, that is a combination of a reaction at C, which is a part of a BC span, and second this C which is a part of a CD. So here the reaction is a 40 if you consider this load, okay. But here we mention together of this reaction at C and reaction at C for the cantilever portion. So don't be confused here. Now our interest is to find out the MCD. So take moment about that C. So MCD is anti-clockwise positive and this point load create moment about C in a clockwise sense. So 40 into minus 40 into 2 is equal to 0. So MCD is equal to 80 kilonewton meter. Okay. Now move toward the shear force diagram. So at A, the shear force is 66.4 kilonewton. So move up 66.4 kilonewton. So then this point load which is acting at the center and that value is minus 20 into 6. So you will get value 53.6 minus 53.6. Then add this reaction that that is our first redundant, that react value is 82.20. So minus 53.2 plus 82.20, we have 28.6. Now here there is a no load, so up to 80 it will be a straight line. So that's why straight line. So 28.6 minus 80, you will get 51.4. Again from 80 to C, no load, so straight line. So minus 51.4 into plus this reaction, and total reaction is 91.40. So 91 plus 91.40, you have a 40. Then again from C to D, no load, so move toward the point load. Then this plus 40 minus 40, you will reach at the 0. So this is your shear force diagram. Then move toward the bending moment diagram. Now show the first end moment. Now we know the end moment. MAB is 72.80 kilonewton meter, MBA is minus 34.40 kilonewton meter, and MCD is 80 kilonewton meter. Okay. Now let first take moment end moment diagram. So at A, our moment is positive. So for positive, we have to move about A in a which sense? In an anti-clockwise sense, and complete one rotation. The arrow come up, so show up 72.80. For B, let keep your pen close to B. Moment is minus 34.40 kilonewton meter. So you have to rotate in a clockwise direction about B. Your sign is minus, that's why clockwise direction. So coming up, so show up 34.4. Then show at C. At C, we know the moment is 80 kilonewton meter. Okay. So positive. So you may take rotate about C for CD span in a anti-clockwise sense, and it come up. So let's show up. Or it is cantilever position, so tension is up, so let 80 kilonewton. So after showing all the moment, draw these end moment diagram. Okay. Now draw the free bending moment diagram according to the loading. So on AB the load is 20, so your free bending moment diagram value will be WL square by 8. W is 20 into 6 square divided by 8. You will get 90. So this value is 90, and you have to show in a form of parabola. And for point load at the mid span, the formula is WL by 4. So 80 into 4 divided by 4, it becomes 80. Okay. The position which is not overlap, that you have to show with the hatch. Okay. So this is your superimposed bending moment diagram. Now, if you have any problem in a superimposed bending moment diagram or shear force diagram, you may refer our previous problem. We are taken the same problem by the different method. Same problem we taken in the unit number 1, and same problem taken in the unit number 2 also. So bending moment and shear force diagrams we were discussed in unit number 1, unit number 2 for the same problem. Okay. Okay. Thank you.